With many people talking about an impending recession, many people feel there's really no hope for their financial future. Howard Dvorkin, CPA and founder of Consolidated Credit, joins us now with some advice for all of us to soften the blow of that potential R word. We're talking about recession. Good morning.
Hello there.
You're talking about a recession because we were talking about in the break that South Florida's been in a recession longer than the rest of the country. Explain that.
Well, the real estate downturn hit South Florida early on, probably almost a year ago.
Yeah, it did.
Maybe before that. The rest of the country is now catching up. The federal government has not declared that this is a recession, but frankly, if you sit in our call centers at Consolidated Credit Counseling, there's no doubt there's a recession going on.
Because the actual definition is 2 quarters of negative growth. Can you explain that in like 3 sentences or less? Because it's like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Can't do it. Can't do it in 3 sentences or less. And certainly can't do it at 8 o'clock in the morning.
But it just really means that we're not, the consumer confidence is down and things are not going
Everything is bad. I mean, you talk to people, people are having trouble, they're losing jobs. The gas at $4 a gallon is hurting people. It's sucking the life out of this country.
Okay, now you work for Consolidated Credit. You found the company. Your company takes people's credit, manages it for them. Is that correct?
Well, we offer educational services, and we try to teach people how to use credit the right way. And if they're in trouble, we offer a debt management plan that does take over their responsibilities and makes payments on their behalf.
And don't creditors see this as a negative thing, though? I once did a story that this may actually hurt people's credit, or is that not true?
According to Fair Isaac, which are the people that do the scoring models, credit counseling does not hurt people's credit. What hurts people's credit is when you miss payments or you have too much debt.
And that's happening to so many people now. You have some tips. Let's talk about those really quickly. Make a budget and stick to it. That sounds so common, like such common sense.
Right, but nobody wants to do it. It's an unpleasant experience. I could think of 110 things to do rather than sit down at my kitchen table and
like
make
what?
a budget. What do I want to do? Anything. Watch TV, read a book, walk the dog.
No kidding, but making a budget really means cutting things out, right? Stopping the unnecessary spending at once.
Well, it's not unnecessary. It's figuring out what's important and judging your needs and wants. What you need is different from what you would like to have.
But isn't that partly what's contributing to the fact that people aren't spending money? You're cutting off restaurants, which is reducing waiters, which is making them lose their jobs, which is making them not spend any money. Isn't this like an unwanted, repetitive pattern?
Well, I will tell you that you are not responsible single-handedly for encouraging this economy to regain its strength again.
But isn't that what the Bush administration is wanting us to do by giving us these $300?
It's ridiculous. All the money that's going to be coming back from the tax incentives, the rebates, is going to go towards flat-screen TVs and God knows what. It's not going to resuscitate this economy. There are deeper issues in this economy.
Cut down the credit cards, 1 to 2.
Well, you have to stop spending. Stop spending. Make sure what you're buying, you have the money to pay it off the next month. Watch every expenditure. Do you need to go to Starbucks and buy a $4 cup of coffee every day? Yes. But do you realize if you do the math, it's $1,500. It's $1,500 a year.
And the last 2 things you have here: don't borrow money unnecessarily for things like clothes, jewelry, and things like that. And you also approach family and friends for help and support.
Well, you need to go out to your support mechanisms, but don't do it unwisely. Meaning, make sure if you have to borrow money, make sure it's for a good thing and not something ridiculous like a flat-screen TV.
Howard Dvorkin, your link is on our link, CBS4.com for Consolidated Credit. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you very much.
And talking about the ugly R word. We're back with your top stories.